Okay, our next question comes from Mike. Mike, please go ahead.
Mike, I don't have one sheet on you, do I?
No sheet, Ron. Hey,
All
Ron
right.
and Lynette. Good to hear your voices.
Hey,
Hope to
hi
see you
Mike,
guys
how are you
sometime.
doing?
Good, good, good. So I think we have a deal here, or I have a house that I have a buyer for. The buyer has verbally agreed. I sent his information to screen the tenant, and I'm calling to see if you could just give me a quick check to make sure I don't screw this up, and so I can get it to the end, to the goal line. So the house, the contract was for, it's going to be an axe deal basically, and I've negotiated with the buyer to put down 10%. He wants to put down 10% so he can show the bank that he put down 10%.
On a lease purchase or owner financing?
Lease purchase,
Where are you at?
Massachusetts,
Okay. All right. So what's sales price?
315.
So he's going to put down 31 grand?
So he's going to put down, I've negotiated, he's going to put down 5% on July 1 when he moves in.
Right.
Then he'll give another 4250 or for 20K down within 6 months.
Okay.
And then sometime during the lease period, he'll put down another 11750, which
right.
which will represent 10%.
All right. Of course, you know you got to get all of that as part of your lease option agreement, and exactly when that money's due.
Well, the deal I organized with the seller was to basically split that. So that's what he wanted down. So I'm going to get half of that, which is going to be about 10K.
All right, but my point is you still got to put that in your agreement when you put the tenant buyer in there, when and what is due.
Exactly.
That's all
right.
I said. So make sure your attorney gets that schedule and put a date on it. You can't just have it ambiguous. You got to have a date on it.
Right.
So what is
now,
the other question you're concerned about?
My attorney has her own forms, and I was wondering if you adamantly feel that I should use your forms versus her forms.
So you want me to openly tell you in front of thousands of people listening to totally ignore the advice of your attorney? Is that what you're trying to get me to say?
No, I don't think she would.
You should always use your attorney's forms first, but before you just cave in and do that without at least questioning it, I think you should take a look at my lease option agreement and read it through and see if you find things in there you might want to get to add to hers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely I will do that, and I've actually asked her for her forms, but she indicated that she doesn't give out her boilers per se because that represents her work. Until I get an actual deal together, and then she'll probably.
Well, you have a deal together right now. You need one prepared, don't you?
Right. So now I have a deal. Now she's going to create one, and now I can read through it. So I'll do that.
Then fine. One thing though, are you got to separate the option from the lease now?
Right.
Is she doing that?
Yes.
You need two totally separate agreements.
Okay.
And then who's your mentor? You got one?
No, I don't. We hope to be starting that up again, and hopefully maybe Lynette will be available for us, and or one of the great mentors.
I kind of hope you start that up right away because it'd be nice to have a mentor look over that agreement while it's in the stage.
Right. Yep. Well, I hopefully this will give us some jingles so we can do so.
Okay. Are you subleasing it out now to your buyer? You're not assigning a contract to the buyer, are you?
No, we are going to assign it because every friendly real estate attorney in Massachusetts has told me that I can't do a sandwich lease because I'm not the owner, and it all comes down to eviction rights. And if I'm not untitled, I don't have eviction rights. So I just feel like I'm tied to an axe deal, and that's what I'm doing with this one.
All right. Well, I don't believe your attorney, but if that's what it takes to get the money, get the money.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'd do if I were you. I'd go pull up the state statute and verify that for yourself.
Probably. I could do that, but I don't know if I could find any attorney that would still close it.
I'm for this deal, just get it done.
Yeah.
But for future, you need to verify that. And if you find a state statute that says you have to own it to be able to evict, send it to me, will you?
Okay.
Good luck finding it, though.
Okay. Any other guidance here to get this deal past the finish line?
Just do what your attorney tells you to do.
Okay.
Use the forms the attorney tells you to use and get the check.
Okay. That's it.
And that's it.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lynette. Good to hear you guys, and maybe we'll see you down in New Jersey.
We would love that. Bring lots of leads with you.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and have that statue with you before you come, will you?
I don't know if I have time to research that, Ron.
You don't have to do anything but go on your state website and go into the landlord-tenant law and pull it up and print it.
Okay. All right.
And then go to the, well, you'll just have to scan it to talk about eviction rights in it. You know, that's where you want to go to, is you want to go to the part that deals with evictions.
Right. And actually, while we're talking about this, the same thing. I have the same problem with the wrap scenario. I had another deal put together, and asked attorneys to close a deal as with a wrap mortgage, and I've been told by one attorney that, quote, I'll go to jail for that. So
your attorney is absolutely dead wrong and full of crap on
That is ludicrous.
Absolutely dead wrong. By the way, you need to know about all that, attorney. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you when you buy. You can't do a wrap unless you own it. Okay. So if you own it, you can sell it any way you want to sell it. I have no idea what he had in mind when he gave you that stupid advice.
All right. Well, if there's anyone on the call who has a real estate friendly attorney in Massachusetts,
Well,
please.
if they were, they couldn't tell you because they can't. You and I are the only ones talking here.
Put it on the gold site, please.
No, we're not going to do that. You're going to have to go scout out your own attorney. We're not going to get into that quagmire, which you have could lead you in God knows where. You will not have any trouble finding a good real estate attorney if you talk to people who use good real estate attorneys, like investors and even some investor-friendly realtors. But it's clear to me you don't have a good real estate attorney yet.
Yes, that's true, and I'll keep looking.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Come to New Jersey.